This story is about a girl. Her name is Diana. She was a very beautiful girl. Generally, girls love to read novels. But this girl was a little different. She was fond of reading novels. She used to read scary novels all the time. She used to watch scary dramas and movies. She was fond of all these scary things. She had made her room a ghost bungalow. The walls of her room were decorated with scary pictures. There were pictures of witches on the walls. Her book rack was full of horror books and novels. Now Diana got married. She took all the scary pictures and books from her room to her new home. Incidentally, her husband 𝙤𝙤𝙤 had to live outside the city, regarding to his business. On the second day of marriage, her husband saw that Diana was hanging creepy and scary pictures on the walls, instead of decorating the room with flowers. Seeing this, the husband said to Diana, "What are you doing? Do not hang the pictures of ghosts on the walls." But Diana was stubborn and decorated this creepy stuff. As usual, her husband used to go out of the country. They were living a good life. Similarly, after a year of marriage, she got pregnant. Diana and her husband were very happy. Then, the time came for the birth of the child. Her husband took her to the hospital. They were very excited. But when the baby got delivered, he cried in a very scary and masculine voice. All the doctors and nurses got worried. They returned home. Husband went out of the town as usual. It was nighttime. Diana was sleeping on the bed and the child was sleeping in the baby cot. Diana woke up at 3 feet 0 inches clock to go to the bathroom. She saw that the child was not in the baby cot. She got anxious. She looked around the room for the child, but the child was not in the room. Ran out and saw that a few days old baby was running in the yard. She got scared. She picked him up and went to her room. After a few days, she thought that the baby should be bathed. As she was thinking this, she heard the sound of water flowing from the washroom. She got terrified and ran towards the washroom. Saw that the child was bathing by himself like a grown man. She got numb with horror after seeing this. She called her husband and told him about all the scary activities of their child. Her husband did not believe her and said that this all was the effect of horror and terrifying stuff in the room and it was her illusion. After all, her husband returned home. He saw all the scary actions of his child with his own eyes and got worried. So both of them decided to go to the priest. After hearing the whole matter, the priest told them that they should remove all the scary pictures and books and burn them. They returned home and took off all the scary pictures from the walls and removed the horror books and novels from book rack. She burnt all this terrifying and sinister stuff. They were sleeping at night when suddenly, they heard the sound of a baby crying violently. They woke up and saw that the baby was clinging to the empty walls and crying terrifyingly. In the morning, they went to the priest and told them about that. The priest said that the ghosts had occupied their house and they should shift to a new house. In the midst of fear and anxiety, they packed their belongings and went to another city. They shifted in a new house. Now everything was fine and they started living happily.